Hi folks and welcome to today's vlog. We've got a slightly later start in the vlog again today. I've just banged my head on the light behind me because I've spent all morning doing two things. Thing number one, Andy's social worker came for a visit. I'll tell you about that shortly. Thing number two, I've been editing together my first look at Football Manager 2020 video that I recorded at the weekend, and goodness me, is that a big job. I've got about 6 hours of footage. I've got the first video down to 45 minutes as a first look, which will already be out by the time you'll see in this video if you're interested in that. That came out on the gaming channel at 10 o'clock this morning. I still have another 4.5 hours or so of footage, probably even more than that, to break into other videos to release for the rest of the week, early next week. Get them out daily probably. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that yet. I'm kind of against a clock to get them edited and uploaded before I go to Comic-Con as well, so it might be that I don't release any over the weekend because I don't get them ready in time. But the reason I'm starting the vlog right now, we are about to take Anna to work. She spent the morning revising and seeing the social worker who came this morning. We'll get to that in a minute. But the reason I'm starting it right now and not 5 minutes ago is because when Anna came downstairs after having got ready for work, she found this. This is a picture she put on her Instagram. She didn't find the picture, but she found a sleeping Andy just there, just fast asleep in the middle of the living room. I don't know that I've ever known him take an afternoon nap before, but he's just fallen asleep at his computer, which I do most days. He doesn't do very often. She's just woken him up. He's getting himself dressed so that he can come with us while I take Anna to work. And then we're going to pick Amy up on the way back and carry on the rest of the day from there. But yeah, don't know why he fell asleep. I don't think he's ill. I think he's just tired. He's had a very disrupted sleeping pattern over the last few days. He's also got up to a lot. He's had a fun weekend with Shorts Day, who came to spend the weekend with him. He's had his trip to Grantham yesterday, trip to the dentist, social worker then first thing this morning. He's not really had time to just be Andy and do Andy things with us around the way he normally does for a little while. So I think he's just content and went to sleep. This is where he proves me wrong and it ends up he's poorly. In other news, I have a question for you. Remember the day we bought this pillow? This is Anna's Toy Story pillow. We also bought my red Captain America shield pillow. As part of the great tidy up last week, one of us has put it somewhere and I can't find it. And I want it. It's my favourite pillow. So if you see that pillow in the background of the vlog at any point over the next few days, let me know down in the comments where it was. This isn't like a fun game giveaway idea, spot the difference. I haven't planted it somewhere. I genuinely can't find it and I want it back. So if you notice it, let me know, because it's my favourite pillow and I don't think they sell them anymore. I need to make a trip back to Primark to find my pillow. Well, we're back home from taking Anna to work and picking this one up, wherever she is. There she is. We just picked her up. The whole time I was out, I was convinced Andy was going to throw up in the back of the car. I had him sat there with a bucket between his knees. He is very pale, not really talking. He's taken his shoes off and run straight back upstairs. I don't think he's very well, and it's come on so suddenly. He was absolutely fine this morning. He was fine at lunch. I was in here at lunchtime before I went upstairs to work. He was absolutely fine. Ate his waffles and fish fingers as normal. Yeah, clean plate behind me. But between Anna going upstairs, well, Anna went upstairs to get changed for work at 1:30. Andy followed her up and was fine. He came downstairs about 2 o'clock. Anna came down about 2:30 and he's fast asleep in the chair. So some things happened between 2 and 2:30. I don't know if he's just had a migraine come on, or the other thing that could have happened and caused it is something could have gone wrong with his computer and he's just kind of gone into shutdown, which he's done a few times before when technology's gone wrong. But I think that's probably unlikely because the computer seems fine. I think he's gone upstairs to put his pyjamas back on and it sounds like he's coming back down. So fingers crossed. He just needed to wake himself up a little bit and he's just tired. You alright?
So, grease found for Andy's eyes.
I'll try and sort you a for Andy's eyes video soon. I've got to go to Tesco now, so I've got to get some dinner for all of us. We haven't got any fish fingers and waffles either. I was going to go as part of the whole trip and take them with me, but because I'm worried he's this close to vomit, I figured it'd be better just to leave them here, and I'll go to Tesco now. So, behave, the pair of you. They're going to behave. Well, I'm back from the shops. He seems absolutely fine now. I even bought him a red pop to make him feel better. He's not even opened it yet, so I don't think he was ill. I think he just fell asleep because he was tired. And now he's fully woken himself up again. So panic over, I guess. Well, we're a little later in the day. Andy has completely perked up, as you can see. He's had a Through Andy's Eyes video come out today, and it's given him the bug again.
Yeah, we'll
so he's now
on Wednesday and go simulate.
Yes, Andy. So he's now recording. Dave, stop it. Maybe you can just pull Dave off.
Dave, come here.
So he's now recording a goat simulator video that he's also going to put up on his channel at some point. I've still got like 10 to release, but apparently 10 is an acceptable number for me to have in the backlog, and now I've released one. He's immediately recording another one, and Dave is just desperate to get on camera. What are you doing? What is happening here? Now I've pointed the camera at you, you've stopped. People know you're not a cushion. Yeah, exactly. He's just a monster. Anytime I pick up a camera, he's on me. You just want to be involved, don't you? I'm like, get off my computer. I might have to start Davy's own channel. Dave, stop it! He's trying to walk across my laptop. You are a numbskull, David. Look at you. Look at you. What are you doing?
Oh, jump. Here, come here. Come here, stop me.
And that is Andy in bed. I don't think he's 100%, but I don't know. I don't think he's poorly. I think it's just tiredness has built up in an unfamiliar routine. Because if you think about how his week has gone for like the last 5 or 6 days, went to school as normal on Thursday, came home as normal on Thursday, but then from Friday morning onwards, he went to school as normal. When he came home, neither me or Anna were here. I picked Anna up directly from uni, drove her straight down to London, and it was Short Stay that was here. And then Short Stay was with him Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. And Short Stay is awesome, but obviously that's different to me and Anna being here. So it's a disruption to his normal routine. And I suspect Andy likes to push the boundaries a little bit when Short Stay's here, and maybe stay up a little bit later and maybe see what he can get away with. Example being when we got home on Sunday night, he was sitting there with no shirt on. I'm not going to blame Short Stay for that. He doesn't know that we don't let him wander around with no shirt on. It's something some kids like to do, but because of Andy's liking for getting naked, we just have a hard and fast rule: if he's downstairs, he wears all his clothes or his pyjamas, because it's just simpler for him to understand. So there's been lots of just differences to his routine. And then obviously Monday morning, me and Anna came back Sunday night. He got to spend very little time with Anna before going to bed. And then Monday morning he woke up and she's gone again. She's gone to work, came home, and we then went straight into the trip to Grantham, the trip to the dentist that Anna wasn't a part of. That's why he was so clingy with her this morning. I don't know, did I show you being clingy with her on the video? If I didn't, he was very clingy with her this morning, cuddling up to her, sitting on her lap. And yeah, I think he's just... And obviously he's not at school either, so that's a break in routine as well. So everything's very different. This morning, the social worker came. He hasn't had just a day at home with me and Anna, and it's halfway through the half term tomorrow. So I think he's just feeling that a little bit. But as I've been hinting at throughout the entire video, the social worker did come this morning. And the reason I've not talked about it up until now is I didn't want to talk about it in front of Andy, because it's stuff that we don't really know what the outcome is going to be yet, but as he gets older and his communication skills get better, he's starting to understand more and more. I don't want him to kind of overhear me talking to you about this and him think, what are they planning on doing? Because the conversation got around to, oh, by the way, it was just a standard scheduled social worker visit. There's nothing to worry about. They weren't sent out for an emergency or anything like that. It's just, again, similar to the meeting we had last week. Part of having access to a social worker is every 6 months, they have to come and see Andy in the home to make sure that his living environment is okay. That's the general gist of it. And obviously it is. But the conversation got round to Andy's transition from child social care to adult social care, because as soon as he turns 17, 18, so we're looking at 2.5 years time, that's when they start to transition him away from his current provision and towards adult social care. And that means everything's going to change again. He won't have access to his existing respite, because that's just for under 18s. He won't have access to the same medical people that he goes to see, the dentist, the doctor. All of that is going to change as he moves into adult services. And the major thing that's going to change is obviously what he does, how he spends his days, because once he hits 19, he can stay at his current school until 19, but as soon as he hits 19, he leaves school. And the discussion came up of what is he going to do then? And the social worker's thoughts are based on, and they're kind of in line with what me and Anna were thinking as well. Her thoughts were that based on how he's developed over the last year or so, she thinks he'll be a very good candidate for some kind of supported independent living. He doesn't need to be in a home. He doesn't need 24/7 one-to-one care, because he doesn't. I mean, I could go out now and come back this time tomorrow, and as long as I left enough crisps and a couple of bottles of water lying around, he'd still be in the house and he'd still be alive and he'd be fine. He wouldn't be clean, he wouldn't have eaten a proper cooked meal, he wouldn't be very happy about it, but he could survive. So he doesn't need constant one-to-one support, so supported independent living is probably going to be the best outcome for him based on the situation at the moment, and that would involve him going to some kind of residential living situation where he has his own space, maybe his own little flat, his own room or rooms within a complex, or a completely independent living situation where he has some kind of carer, support worker come to see him or on site to offer support with basic kind of stuff that he needs support with, things like cleaning himself, feeding himself, just support with that stuff, but not necessarily doing it completely for him. Now, whether that ends up being something that happens here within the home with me and Anna carrying on as the carers, or whether it becomes somewhere that's completely independent with independent carers, or the most likely outcome is probably some kind of hybrid of the two, where he perhaps doesn't move out until we think he's ready, but when he is ready, we're not just going to turn him over to somebody and say, there you go, you look after him now. We'll make sure we're nearby, and we'll probably still see him every day, certainly for the first, knowing Anna, several years, and until it's all kind of transitioned over. But we are getting to the point where we need to start thinking about that, and we haven't really yet. Our focus has been so much on getting through the day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year now, I guess, of getting him back to school, getting Anna back to uni, finding a way to support ourselves while all this was going on, and all the while on the back burner, Andy's been getting older and older, and he's now 15, turns 16 next year, and we are getting to that point. So it's something we're going to need to start looking into and start thinking about, which is scary, scary biscuits. Don't even know where to begin. If anyone's gone through that or has any words of advice, please feel free to use the comment section to offer that advice, and we'll, I guess, start doing some research of our own and get started on the next chapter of ours and Andy's story. In other news, Anna made me buy gluten-free honey nut cornflakes today, because apparently cornflakes give a bad tummy now too. I give up. Right, me and Amy are going to play some Minecraft as we always do on Tuesdays while Anna's at work, so I will bid you adieu. If you have enjoyed today's video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs, and thank you very much for watching.